First tonight at 19-year-old's reunion with the father he never knew ends in tragedy. Derek Holsteg, Ricky to family and friends, was killed when the Jeep he was riding in pulled out in front of a pickup truck Saturday night. His biological father, Todd Benoit, was at the wheel of the Jeep. He had been drinking. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFergie talked to Ricky's family about their loss and the man they wish had never come back into their lives. Joe?
Susie, Todd Benoit's brother-in-law tells me he remains in critical condition here at Spectrum Butterworth. Ricky Halsteg's family is preparing for his funeral tonight and wishing again that father and son reunion had never taken place. The news release from the Cedar Springs Police Department lists the driver in a fatal alcohol-involved crash as the father of the 19-year-old man who died in the collision.
He was a wonderful kid.
But to Tamara and Leonard Holsteg, the only connection to the driver and the young man who died is in the blood.
He is our son. He is my husband's son.
Derek Holsteg, Ricky to family and friends, died Saturday night after the Jeep he was a passenger in pulled into the path of a pickup truck at White Creek and 17 Mile Road. The man behind the wheel was 35-year-old Todd Benoit, Holsteg's biological father. Police say Benoit had been drinking. Ricky's mother met Leonard Holsteg when the boy was 3. Leonard married Ricky's mother and adopted the boy along with his sister. But when Ricky turned 18, the 2008 Covenant Christian High graduate became curious about his father. So Holsteg and his wife set up a meeting with Benoit.
He just met Todd Benoit last August, so just a little over a year ago. Other than that, there was no part of him in his life.
The Holstegs say they were wary of Benoit.
I knew that he was allowing Derek to do the things that we did not allow him to do.
The mother and father tried to end Ricky's visits with his biological father. Saturday afternoon, Leonard Holsteg and Ricky watched the Michigan State game. When Ricky left, Holsteg assumed he was hanging out with friends, but he was with Benoit.
There was occasions that he would just take off and do it anyways, even though we didn't approve.
Secretary of State records show Benoit had a previous drunk driving related arrest in 2001.
That's how Todd's life was just always partying. He never changed, never grew up.
Benoit is expected to be charged with driving under the influence causing death. That's a 15-year felony. Again, I caught up with his brother-in-law earlier today. That part of the family had no comment. Back to you.
Thank you, Joe.